What I first heard about it from a friend of mine, Hiroki, who contacted me and said, "Go to the NAMM show, go see this keyboard. You're gonna like it." My understanding of Casio is like, you know, one of those little guys, little keyboards that was out in the 80s, I think it was, because I had so many friends who had those, and I didn't really take the name Casio, you know, I'm thinking watches and small keyboards. But when I heard about a Pro line, I was a little bit undecided about it. But then, you know, of course, when I got in front of it, all that changed. And now I'm very happy to be playing this instrument. And that one too. But that's another story. When I first heard this keyboard was at the NAMM show, and in that condition there's so much sound around the NAMM show. There's every music company is around demonstrating their product, whether it's a trombone or a microphone company, and they're talking about vocals, and there's just PAs going on. There's like 50 PAs going on simultaneously, so there's a lot of ambient sound going on. So when I first got a chance to put my hands on this instrument, it cut through all of that ambient sound. And my first reaction was, this is a really great thing, because the instrument sounds great. It makes the sound of the pianos and the electric pianos and all the cool synth stuff that it does sounds really good by itself. But then I'm thinking, because of my gigs are live playing. I'm playing in big clubs or in theaters, and I'm thinking to myself, being surrounded by a band, this thing's going to sound amazing. Well, the first thing that's really cool about it is, I don't know if the camera is able to get this, but the keys have a really inviting texture that's not what you would normally have with these other keyboards. There's actually a feel on the fingertips that I think connects me more with the instrument. It's also cool, you know, like in a hot stage, and you know, like if you sweat or if you're cold, you can feel it. It somehow invites you to play more, which I think is a really cool feature. And the action of the repetitive motion of it, it's easy to play, it feels like a real piano, and it just lets you be expressive. I have to say that the really cool thing about the way the piano sounds on this instrument is that, and this is like a little tip of the hat to the programmers and the sound designers at Casio who are doing this, because there's so many options. If you want to get a rock and roll sound, there's a preset for it. I mean, you can take this keyboard out of the box and just go. It's just ready to go for you right there. But what I like about the piano that I play, I'm looking at the Classical Grand preset right now, because to me it's more full-bodied than most other keyboards that are in the market now. And for me, as a pianist, I've been playing since I was 3 years old. So I grew up with it. It's a very intimate sound to my ears. So when I play an electronic emulation of it, it usually leaves me a little cold. But this one doesn't. It allows you to be expressive with it. You can get impact if you want, but you can get warmth and beauty also. So I really like this. until recently, this was my setup. I've got an XWP1 over here, the Privia PX5S here, and then I had a real Fender Rhodes, which this is mine here. But from this day forward, it's going to be a 3-keyboard rig. I'm actually going to replace this real instrument with the 5S. A series of moving parts that are hard to find. And if the thing breaks down, which happened to me on a protocol gig, we went up to San Francisco, and I went through 3 of these instruments before I could actually do the gig because they were in bad repair. Something that's a special instrument like this needs to have, you know, top-notch, 100% focused repair. Otherwise, it just sounds horrible. So the fact is that this thing sounds so good. You know what? Let me just get this preset. This one. Sounds so much like this. It gives you all the benefits without all of the problems with, you know, breaking tines or, you know, notes going out of tune or unbalanced output from note to note to note. So this is going to replace it, and that's a pretty tough thing to do, I think, because it sounds authentic, sounds just like it, and it weighs about 164th what that weighs. So our tour, our roadies and stage managers are going to be very happy to lift this rather than that. We were in Japan fairly recently with Protocol 2, and this was my first time with our sound engineer playing. You know, he hadn't seen the keyboard, and of course I'd been playing it for a while, and I said, "Tell me what you think. I know this thing sounds great. You're going to love the way it sounds when the band's playing, but a little added bonus. Oh no, wait, I'll just let you lift it. Tell me what you think." So he got him around the keyboard, he's looking at it, he's sizing it up. He's a big tall guy, you know, and he stands over it and says, "Okay, I'm gonna get he gets a nice firm grip on it, you know. And I can't really do it here because I'm all connected. But when he braced himself and lifted, and the keyboard nearly flew up in the air because he was expecting the thing to be so heavy. And, you know, he was really surprised. He said, "You must get all keyboards like this." Sounds like a Rhodes. I tend to have a little bit of a skeptical outlook when it comes to new things that I haven't played yet. But just putting my hands on this for the first time, I was sold instantly. the feel, the sound, the condition in which I heard it for the first time, the thing sells itself. So anyone who's skeptical about the brand should think really hard about what they're what they're doing, because they're just hurting themselves by not putting their hands on this instrument.